when personal development journey starts feeling a little overwhelming. Have you ever experienced that overwhelming feeling where you consume so many videos or content or books in one day, mainly videos, that you end up feeling so overwhelmed with the ideas you had just consumed that when it comes down to, especially if you are someone who likes to share what you learn, that you just stare through a blank piece of paper with nothing to really say because your mind is just filled with ideas from other people that we don't really allow ourselves to soak it in, just that one idea. And we get practical advices from that video or that content that you tell yourself, oh, that's a really good idea. That's a practical advice. I should definitely do that. And then next thing you know, at night when we finally have the time to do it, we just end up doom scrolling for 2 hours on your favorite social media platform. And you don't really have the time to test it out. And then this becomes a cycle of like learning and not really doing and taking action on that practical advice we had just learned. And we are chasing that next better advice on a daily, almost like. And it's a trap that most of us will notice eventually, and especially if you're working on your personal development journey. It may take days, weeks, even months to realize, like, oh man, I've just been consuming and not really taking action towards it. Because in a world full of information, advices, we get so caught up into feeding our brain with too much information rather than just testing it out, seeing if it will work for us, question it, and actually try and experiment it. This is the struggle I also experience, and you are not alone in this. I'm sure it's not only you and me that goes through this problem on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. I'm sure there's more people out there too. So don't let that put you down into your personal development journey and stop it from actually continuing towards it, because personal development journey has lots of ups and downs. It's next thing you know, some days are better than the others, some days are overwhelming, some days are not, right? So learning to learn about yourself and go through the motion, but as long as you know damn well you're doing this for yourself, you know that deep down you're getting better, not necessarily every day, but as time goes, you are getting better towards your personal development journey because you're sticking through it. I would also like to share to you my one current piece of advice that I have been testing out myself when I'm feeling overwhelmed with this personal development journey. And this is something still testing. I may iterate, it might evolve, it may change over time, but I will keep you updated on this. And that is to detox yourself from everything you usually listen to for 24 hours. Let that sink in. You detox yourself from everything, from your favorite YouTuber, from your favorite platform, from your favorite book, even. You just consume nothing. Instead, you go outside and touch grass. Get some sunlight in. Take a deep breath outside with the fresh air that you have outside your house. Maybe even socialize, especially if you find yourself in a trap of just staying home a little too much. Because I noticed from my personal experience that this personal development journey can make us too antisocial sometimes. We get too much in our head. We desire more and more videos, more knowledge, and we lose sight of value we can learn from actually experiencing life outside of our own rooms and doing something different. So for 24 hours, allow the ideas you have learned over the last couple days or even months to just soak in and let it marinate, question it, use your own thinking, test it out, because you have come too far in this personal development journey to call it quits. You're doing the right thing. And for you to give up on yourself right now is a disservice to yourself. Now, I'm not saying you can't take a break from it. Sure. But no, it's like fitness. Knowing that, hey, you might take a week, month off gym or working out or the diet, but you know deep down your desires wants to come back to that thing that you are building, right? Because the one thing I want to share you that when I did this 24 hours is that I went outside, did my mountain biking on the weekend. And my favorite trail, usually we go uphill. It's a big steep hill. And on my third one, there's this person complimented me. That person said, "Nice t-shirt," because I was wearing a Naruto t-shirt on the back, a logo t-shirt. And that felt like a complete, genuine compliment to me. And that made my day. I'm sure that made that other person's day. Why am I even sharing this? You see, me just going outside and experiencing things and even having an interaction with a stranger, I learned something through that, right? Which is, if you can genuinely compliment someone, a true compliment, right? And I was thinking about this. I was like, how can you really compliment someone? Now, I really want to make another video on this, but to what I came up with is, because the compliment that that person gave me is so sincere. It felt so genuine that it made my whole day. It gave me so much energy to keep going and do 2 more laps up the hill to go down on my favorite trail. But besides the point, this experience alone made me realize that one genuine compliment can make a stranger's day. And so, how can you actually compliment someone, right? Truly genuine. Because some people are going to say, if you're someone that's very introvert, to just do volume. But at the same time, if you're so introvert and you don't really socialize a lot, this is going to be hard. So, if you focus on, to me at least, what I've come down to realize is just one quality compliment that truly is genuine. And what makes it a genuine compliment is, what do you like about that thing, right? So first thing, let's say the t-shirt. What do you like about that t-shirt? Like, what is it? Is it the logo? Is it the brand or something? Then why do you like it, right? Is it the color? Is it that it suits the person's clothing? I'm doing a terrible job explaining this, but pretty much is, you have to pick a compliment and ask yourself why and why. Like, 2 questions to be truly compliment, like to make it a true, genuine compliment that you really think about. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's hard to do it, especially if to a stranger. So you kind of have to, in a way, work towards it quick. Well, I guess the reps will work in this. But to really ask yourself, what do you like about that? And I'll give you an example. Let's say let's say person A is wearing a cardigan, or a sweater that really looks cool. So you say, "Hey, I really like your sweater." That's the first. Why? "I like the color that you are wearing. It really suits your style." And then why again? "And you are giving such a great energy that I had to compliment you." And then that's it. If that makes sense, I hope that helps you. I butchered it, but that's all I really have for you today. So really detox yourself from social media and content, even books, and just let it marinate. Think about it. Ruminate on the ideas you have learned in this personal development journey you have had. And you'll be surprised on all those experiences, insights you never thought you didn't think you had in your brain, that's been marinating there, and you will find it. And I would like for you to share it here if you are interested. But that's all I have. Till next time. Bye for now.